Yeah, this is Point Black, coming in hard and off the card, coming with the flow straight from the barrio, and coming with that heat from the damn street. We got the spies with the cameras in the window across the street. We got the peoples in the wall acting like Spider-Man when they creep. But we coming with the facts to crack backs. The boom bip to their lying ass lips. The flow from the barrio. The heat from the motherfucker street. You know what I'm saying? And the facts that crack them backs. In all ways as we hit them as we see today. Today we ain't taking no measure, no pleasure in what we do because this is PBNN. Point Black. National News. You'll say PBNN. Point Black. National News. The later, the great edition, and the ghetto edition as well, because this is what we must do. Now, today, we see that we had our little debate going down, you know what I'm saying? Everything was going down to the crowd, you know what I'm saying? All out there, you know what I'm saying? We see Donald Trump, you know, told the truth in more ways than one, which people seem to have missed in trying to say everything he said was a lie. We know that was going to happen, you know what I'm saying? But when we look at even Creep Joe Biden and what he was saying and all the different stuff that he was mentioning, he was running that old rhetoric card. That card that tells you, you know, that he makes the truth sound real. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one when it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? But he makes the lie sound so real. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that we should not be going for anymore. You know what I'm saying? Open promise, dead end promises. You know what I'm saying? Say they're going to do this, I say they're going to do that. And then when they do it, nothing manifests out of it other than even more trouble in itself. And even when the policies and the different policies of economics and all this is said and done, you know what I'm saying? We don't see any of that in what he's saying. First of all, we don't see it in the taxes because that's why the food prices are sky high. Now, in order for the food prices to be sky high, something had to be adjusted to make it that way. It wasn't based on the shortage of it. It was based on the fact of them using using that as a narrative, as a sales pitch in his speech. You know what I'm saying? But when we look at it, we see the taxes is out of control because the debt ceiling is wide open. And then he's saying he's taking the money and he's building the economy and he's doing this. And 95% of the money does not build the economy, nor reach the people, nor to me even fix even the infrastructure. But we definitely see it fixing the infrastructure of their plans across the seas. You know what I'm saying? So they're ripping off, they're killing you with taxes, ripping you off, and sending that money overseas to fuel their personal wars and criminal wars at that. So what we see here and all that he said really didn't make much sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what bills or whatever he signed because it's the same thing LBJ did. Like I said, he signed these bills, but later on they found ways to scrutinize it and criminalize it and racialize it. You know what I mean? To where it doesn't seem to be doing much for anyone sometimes in many ways. You know what I'm saying? And not even fast enough based on how much money is being spent to fuel personal wars across the seas and all types of bullshit like that. So where people are still living on the dreams of the demon Democrats, you know what I'm saying, we see where Trump is told the truth in all ways. The only thing Trump needs to do on the next debate is, kind of tone down on the Biden bashing and focus more on what the people truly wants to hear based on your economical strategies and what you're going to do to get this country on its feet. Not just saying what you did over what he fucked up and you fixed their fuck up, because even before Donald Trump was a 4-year president, so was Biden and motherfucking Obama's stupid ass, both two clowns. You know what I'm saying? So he did inherit it from Creep Joe Biden, and them. Common sense should tell anybody that story. You know what I'm saying? all that you see. Then he tried to say that he put them in the cages and all of this and that, when it was Obama that did that shit, really. You know what I'm saying? Him and Hillary Clinton and the rest of them stupid ass motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? In all ways. So what Trump inherited, he inherited from the Democratic Party. He was not in their party at that time. He must have been a Democrat at one point, but then turned Republican. But at the same time, no matter what the game may be on both sides of the aisle, Trump was only a 4-year president based on him coming in office and beating out Hillary, blood clot, murderous, genocidal Clintons. You know what I'm saying? So when he said that he put them in cages and he did this and he did that, Trump did not do that, because Trump went down there to try to rectify the situation in all ways. We know that as a fact. Second thing is, when they did that on the basis because who deported the most people during his administration was Obama. You see what I'm saying? So Obama did more deportations, I think, than even Trump. You see what I'm saying? So when he did all this deportation and angered the people, I guess Obama set it up nicely on that one. You know what I'm saying? Biden, creepy ass, broke back bitch, fucking crooked ass, want to destroy the United States. Come Clark, he decides to get in there and reverse all of Trump's, executive orders and protection of our borders on all ground. So now the people was already pissed from what Obama was doing and the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So when Biden gets in there, and Trump went down there to stabilize and make it, protected for the United States. Biden gets in and he opens the door, because they're already angry that they have been deported, most of them, and even though they were still coming over the border to me, you know what I'm saying, and so forth and so on. So when they blamed everything to say that they did it all, that Trump was the one that did it all, you know what I'm saying, and this and that, Trump wasn't doing that. Trump was stabilizing the situation and keeping it at bay, that it protects the United States. So when Biden gets in, creepy cheats his way in over Obama's shitty fucking ticket, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, he gets in there, and what does he do? He preaches open border policy and busts the border wide open. Now the people definitely are angry and gonna run up in here and so on and so on. But it was more of a plan to let every terrorist and every criminal and everybody, even in sale asylum, and people from jail and shit like that, such as what I think one time, I don't know if it was Chavez, who was it, not the boxer, but Chavez, the governor or whatever he was, or it was Fidel Castro. I'm not really sure, but I think it might have been Cuba, where he said, when they were having a little conflict, that he was going to flush the toilet on the United States. And what he did was he let all the criminals out of the prisons and all the different people in the asylum, crazy house and retard, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying, over there, criminals, rapists, all types of people were rounded up and put on boats and sent to the United States, you know what I'm saying, on these makeshift boats and shit. And they came over here, and then it was, put into these camps and shit. But it let a lot of, he really did that, exactly that. So in other words, to make a long story short, that's the same thing Biden did to the United States. You know what I'm saying? He let them flush their toilet all on us from all directions, even the enemies in which they keep on preaching our enemies and saying that they over there doing this and they over there doing that. You know what I'm saying? He let them in here as well. You know what I'm saying? And many others. So when he's talking about Trump did this and Trump did that, compared to what you saying Trump did to compared to what you and Obama have done, you know what I'm saying, to these people, you know what I'm saying, really doesn't show any glory of goodness in no shape or form. What it shows is a total destruction and breakdown of the United States based on what I told you from my other lives. If you go back and look at my other lives, because they're always taking my shit down and suppressing them, you know what I'm saying, if you go back, you'll see I said an overload. of the system. It's not a fact of people coming in, it's the overload all at one time. And then at the same time, he wants to put them on Social Security, Medicare, and all these different programs, which again will overload the system. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, the American people are going to get shortchanged out over something that they did not create. The demon Democrats, creeped Joe Biden, the Zionists, and the creepy motherfucking deep state Antifa, evil motherfuckers, or whoever, Black Lives Nutcase, says Jackass Matter, and every nigger that couldn't get his mind right based on what the party and the affiliation of that party truly is. You see what I'm saying? Even when people are accusing Donald Trump of saying that he's extremist and Ku Klux Klan and they were great people and all that, Biden said the same fucking thing not too long ago. If you go back and really search and dig it up, he said the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So what he's blaming Trump for, he said the thing. I think he said they were great people or something. He said like that. You know what I'm saying? But you could find it if you dig deep enough. He said the same thing. And the party in which he has always been in is a party of the creation of the demon Democratic Party, the Ku Klux Klan, in 1865. They tried to switch it around and say that Forrest Nathan Bradford was not a part of that, who they claim founded that. But to me, it goes all the way to Albert Pike. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? When we look at that whole situation, you know what I'm saying? It was started by the Demon Democratic Party. And most of the people that were slave drivers and had any economical status, most of them were Demon Democrats as well. Because at one time, that was basically the only newspaper. And at the heading of that newspaper in the South, especially, was it said Democrats. You know what I'm saying? The Democrat News or whatever. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. So we know the affiliation of the Ku Klux Klan and many depriving things of black people that they have done to black people. Even they have taxerized, rip your money, send it over to wars and fuel wars. They have biologicalized your ass. They have done every fucking thing they possibly can do to us rather than just plain out admit the truth of who we are and what we have created, and also give us our reparations for your criminal actions. You and the Arabs as well owe us. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just the cracker. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that straight. You know what I'm saying? The Arabs as well owe us millions of dollars. So that all them suckers you see in Saudi Arabia and many, the Germans owe us. Many of them owe us. You know what I'm saying? Reparations all across this planet, motherfucking earth. Don't give me that bullshit. So when he's sitting up there talking this nonsense about this Donald Trump, and he talking about the Ku Klux Klan is great people and all that, he said the same fucking thing, and he is affiliation of that group in all ways, just like Margaret Sanger is as well the one who claims she started Planned Parenthood on the notion of some goodness and glory of abortion. When she started, the whole idea was to get black people in the neighborhood to get abortions and kill the babies before they were even born. You know what I'm saying? And how she was doing that, one of the strategies she had, she was using many of the civil rights and religious pastors to preach that and bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? She was using them to go around the neighborhood and talk about getting them to get abortions and shit. So her whole idea was to destroy the black race by starting abortion clinics all across the United States. You know what I'm saying? So she was also, a Ku Klux Klan member. You know what I'm saying? Because she has been, she took photos even in the full Ku Klux Klan regalia. You know what I'm saying? So many of them have been following behind this Albert Pike, this females and bullshit, and many other secret deep state motherfucking bullshit in our country. You know what I'm saying? But we're not interested so much in that, other than the fact that he's sitting up here lying on his campaign. Everything Trump said about this man is true. You know what I'm saying? Whether they want to say it's a lie or not. Like Trump said, this is all his creation. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, Trump was only 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And the only things you could come up with is Stormy Daniels. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you could come up with is Stormy Daniels and falsifying documents, say so he could lick the cock. stay straight and story dance. Just saying on the big tits. But at the same time, since they want to be stupid, you know what I mean? Nobody want to hear that bullshit. You have not mentioned any good things that Trump have done in no shape or form. And that goes for CNN right after the debate, lying ass group of fucking idiots, including that cue ball ass Negro, you know what I'm saying, sitting up there talking that bullshit, looking like a fucking idiot, like he reading off a fucking paper. You know what I'm saying? Because they, you know, they love to have the black nigga talk the most, you know what I'm saying? And he the one got to bring that serious power to the conversation to make you truly believe in the demon democratical bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then he sits up there talking about creep Joe Biden is this and creep Joe Biden is that. You know what I'm saying? But they trying to say that the transcripts tell a different story. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where they're saying that Biden obviously did not have a good night. Well, to me, he never had a good political career. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. He was a creep then, and he's a creep now. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like for some reason, him and whoever he's rolling with, the Nation Alliance to overthrow NATO criminal acts that they organized in order to have that force across the planet Earth to control from all realms. You know what I'm saying? Thinking they fooling somebody with that bullshit. So now you have this new group of nations put together, fueled by all the money coming out of the United States, fueling their pockets and giving them resources and all that, while you sit over here and suck a fucking sour lime. And not only a sour lime, but a biological sour lime as well, because you got the bastard, just like everyone else that was out there being foolish and not paying attention in no shape or form. I want to say everybody tweedy. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, they were being fueled by the money coming from the United States in order to fuel those nations, NATO nations, and all this bullshit that they talking. So America paid for this criminal group, you know what I'm saying, to bully the world and bully and to bully and take over the world in a form of a new world order, you know what I mean, SARS, SAR, you know what I'm saying, police you see in South Africa and shit like that, you know what I'm saying. And also when you look at over there, you look at the same thing in many other countries. You know what I'm saying? So all these nations have been getting our money, fueled by our money, while we have been paying high taxes, high debts, constantly told it's an inflation, constantly told it's a recession, constantly told that we're heading towards a depression, constantly hearing that you're going to cut Social Security, constantly hearing that you're going to do it. When Trump gets on a debate, Trump needs to bring the facts on the floor plan of what it is that you as a president of the United States and its martyr that has stand up and in this position is going to do once he takes office. You know what I'm saying? We already know about the creep, Joe. We need to hear from Donald J. Trump, you know what I'm saying, the President of the United States, as to how we're going to quell much of this shit here in the United States and across the global planet as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So, this is Point Blank.